before I start this interview, I must ask you, after you upset me by putting on your sunglasses, how is Jamaica?
Jamaica is, they say it already, Jamaica Irie. It really is. And the weather's lovely. And again, I'm really sorry about the weather that you're experiencing
You're not
over
sorry.
there in
You're not
England.
sorry.
I hear it's chilly, but no, it's really lovely. I love being Jamaica. I've been coming to Jamaica from since I was a child,
Oh,
and
okay.
it was getting long. My visits were getting longer and longer after my parents moved over. So it's no surprise that I'm here now, looking after my mum and just enjoying it, not even having to think about anything, just knowing that this is my home and I've come back home.
Okay, that's nice. We all saw you, the picture you posted on Facebook looking like Whoopi Goldberg, and you look very happy and content.
I really am. You know, you get to a certain age in your life. I remember when my mum was building this house and we stood on the land and she said, I'm going to build a house. And I was like, why don't you just buy one? I mean, really, who builds houses? And when you see what they've gone and the fruits of their labor over the years, and to be able to come back and be a part of that journey, you do feel contented. You just feel like you're at peace. You
Mm.
know, you get off the treadmill for a while to say, look, not every day get up trying to be this, trying to be that, trying to be that. Sometimes you've got to accept that you've done a lot,
Mm.
and it took me a good time to sit down and work out that I've done a lot and I've enjoyed a lot. I have pioneered things. I've, done it. I've been doing it for a long time. So to be able to stop and reflect and go, yeah, I feel really contented. I don't feel in a rush for success and in a rush to make money and in a rush to do all those things that I did. Yeah, and I think that's an age thing as well. Maybe it's an age thing. Maybe it's a life experience in watching people you lose go
Mm.
and you realize, wait a minute, what's it all about really? And I love being at nature. And one thing my parents have built around is pure nature. I counted 36 palm trees
Oh,
on the land.
lovely. Yeah,
Just
there is something special about being in nature.
yeah, I love it. I get up when I'm grounding on the ground. I stand up barefoot and I ground and I just connect with earth and feed my dogs, 7 dogs. Then I got to feed my little kitten. So
Well, you did. I mean, you talk about reflecting. You did leave the UK kind of on a high. You had done your 40-year show. I mean, your show celebrating your 40 years as a comedian, and then there was that special tribute event hosted by the Voice and Jamaica National,
yeah.
where people paid honor to you. So kind of like it was like a fitting end to your time in the UK. So it's kind of good to know that you're really enjoying your time in Jamaica. Bit glad that you're off that kind of entertainment treadmill and just kind of reflecting. And I'm sure one of the things, or some of the things you're reflecting on, is the publication of your children's books. You've
Mhm.
written three. I love reading. I repeat it again: tenacity and audacity, and True and the Green Lizard. So, what inspired you to kind of put your hand to writing children's books?
Well, I've got 3 children and I've got 6 grandchildren now. And
Very nice.
when I had my children, I used to read kids' books to them, obviously, and I used to sometimes get really bored of reading some of them and start making them up. So
Oh,
I used to just sometimes get a book and open the book and just make up a complete story with my children.
okay.
And some partly because I was dyslexic as well, because I'd be reading it and then they'd say, it doesn't say that, grandma, mummy, it doesn't say that. And I'd be like, so what's wrong with you, Pitney? You know what I mean?
Typical Caribbean parent. What wrong with you?
You know what I mean? It's my story. I'm telling it how I want it. And so I've always wanted to write children's books. And when I had got my grandchildren now, and I'm reading books to them, I read books and I just think, oh, I must do this. I must do this. And then last year when I was in Jamaica, no, earlier this year when I was in Jamaica, and I was writing Siblings and I was writing my film, I said, I'm going to do this children's book because I've got lots of ideas, lots of audacity and tenacity was an old idea I had.
Okay.
And yeah, I just had it in my spirit to write it one day. And then I said to myself, because I do things mathematically, like how many pages do I need for a full book? So I
Okay.
work like that. And so then I know that if I'm writing a play, I'm writing 120 pages. I'm writing a film, I'm writing 120 pages. So I think, well, I don't need so many. So maybe I could write a few books. So when I started writing, I thought, well, I could do this. And that's why I wrote three. I got
Oh,
I got
okay.
about six in draft, and these are the first three of that
Okay.
six.
Okay.
So when I start writing and I start going into my mind and start creating stories, I just get into it. And that's why there are three. And I thought, well, I'll just call it a bundle of joy because to me, it was a bundle of joy.
Nice.
But
I like
audacity and
that.
tenacity really was about saying to young kids, like I said to my daughter and my granddaughters in particular, you have to have the audacity to dream big but the tenacity to make it happen. And I used to always say that to them and say that to my daughter.
Oh.
And this daughter, these two kids are, this is Talia and this is Ray. So I got pictures of them and kind of had them cartoons, you know what I mean? Because,
Oh, I see. So it's based on your kind of, it's got that family link.
yeah, do you know what I mean? So that's them. That's this book is dedicated to them.
Okay, lovely.
So I've said to them, anything happens to me and I die, the money for this book is to be split 50-50 with the two of them.
Nice. But it's nice though. Reading it was
Yeah.
reading it when I was reading it, I thought what I liked about it was the whole thing about you've got these two friends that want
Mm-hmm.
to help their local community, particularly those the lonely and the vulnerable, and they have this event and it kind of goes well in the beginning and the kids get wild, but they take
Yeah.
control of it and get everyone back in order. I thought it was really some really good lessons for like young kids.
Yeah, and this is going to be a series. This is a
Oh,
series of 12.
okay.
So the next one is going to be called Hear Us Out, which is about their hair. And they
Oh,
have a big old political march at their school because they want audacity to put her hair down, comb her hair back.
oh.
So she has a protest called Hear Us Out because
Okay, I think it's a really good concept, and I think I'm not a child, but what I thought, what I liked about it was the fact that you're kind of instilling in kids already about the need to be audacious, but also to be tenacious. I just think it's a really, really good thing to convey to young children, and particularly
yeah.
Black young children.
Yeah, I mean, the little black girls has been my theme through this. The next two books that are coming out. One of them is called Church Girls. So there's two little girls who go to
Oh,
Sunday school and spend their offering, and the lesson
okay.
the lesson in the
And
church.
spend an offering.
They spend their offering on the way to church, and so there's a lesson in that. You know what I mean? So there's all these little ideas that I've had building in my mind. So those two little girls will be Andrea and the two characters from Patricia from Take Me Back. So
Oh,
I'll get them as
okay.
young girls in the Sunday school days. Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Okay, that sounds really, really
Oh,
good. So you're dipping into your creativity from the past in
yes, because I
order.
mean, what you know, isn't it? The
Yeah,
easiest thing
it is.
to
I
do
love
is
it.
to write what you know,
I
and
love it.
it's what I know. And so I just really felt like, this one is special for me. I love reading, but just not out loud. Is it's about my dyslexia. It's a girl called Angela who
Oh,
gets.
you put yourself in the book then.
Oh, I saw myself in there. So this
Okay.
she doesn't like reading aloud, and the teacher makes her read aloud. So she cracks some jokes, and then she goes home, gets in trouble. But then they take her to get tested, and they find out that she's dyslexic. So this one, if I had this book when I was young, and it talks about reading with on yellow paper, on blue paper, and if you're dyslexic, those colours actually stabilize the writing.
Ah.
So that was so that's why I said I wrote three. Like, oh my God, I know this story. Oh my God, I know this story. Oh my God, I know this story.
Okay. All right. You're talking about you know this story. Where you get the idea for a lizard in a children's book?
This is my mum's veranda, you know. So what
I thought
happened
that was
was,
really kind of quite unique. You made the lizard likable.
yes, because what happened, right? Then the lizard came to the veranda one day, and every day
Oh,
this lizard came. And I knew it was the same lizard because his tail was like it was cut off. So I
oh,
started to feed him jam, and he kept coming
oh.
towards me, and I kept thinking, oh my God. And so every morning I'd come out and he'd get his jam and his. So me and my mum were fascinated by this lizard. So I call him George after my dad because I said, okay, it's my dad come to visit me as a lizard. So then I put put crumbs, put crumbs.
Oh,
He was there every morning for about till I left. I don't know what happened to him.
oh, is it?
And then
Oh,
one day I woke up and the lizard was next to my bed. I said, no, 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 baby love. This is not how it goes. You're on the veranda. What you doing here in my room? And I looked at him and I just thought, let me get some crumbs and feed him. Then another day, where did I find the lizard? And you know, I've got pictures. I think I must have put it on Facebook at the time. The lizard was in my curtain.
oh. So it's based on real. It's based on real life. Hi to
Yes.
everyone who's joined the live session. Oh
Hi, hi.
wow.
So the lizard was a real story. This lizard came to visit me every morning. The lizard was outside my bedroom. Then under my door, he walked in and he sat there and he waited for me. And I kept thinking, is this an accident? I kept filming it and sending it into my family group chat saying, the lizard's here again. And they're like, Mama, I think that's more than just a lizard. I think there's something going on here.
So okay, let me ask: did the lizard talk to you?
The lizard didn't talk to me, but what had happened, I had written a draft, right, and I sent it to my grandchildren to read. And one of my daughter-in-laws contacted me and said, Marley says, how come the lizard doesn't talk?
Oh,
I was like this. Now you want the lizard to talk? Okay. So when True is feeding the lizard and the lizard goes, she says, hello, what's your name? And the lizard goes, Wagwan.
I thought it was. I thought it was really. I thought it was really interesting. I thought, wow, really great. So you tested it out on some kids before, while you were writing. You tested the book ideas out on children.
Yes, I spoke to Trish Cook, who is a phenomenal children's author, and I
Ah,
bought her books when my children were younger, and my
oh,
grandkids. I still buy her books, and I spoke to her, and she said to me, just read them to the children, your grandkids, and when they get bored, edit that, take it out. Because I
oh,
can overwrite. I overwrite. Because when I used to read children's books, I used to think, the book's finished. The book's finished. It's like 3 words on one page. I'm like, that's finished. I want a little bit more meat. So I overwrote and then I have to cut it away.
right, okay.
Do you know
That's
what I
a good
mean?
little tip, isn't it?
Yeah, I always overwrite.
Interesting.
Overwrite. Because you can cut away, but what you can't do with underwriting is pad it up.
Okay. Oh
So
wow.
rather pull
So
it
did
right.
okay. Let me ask this question: when you was testing the book plot and everything out on your grandchildren, did they get bored?
No, they didn't. They didn't. Marley just wanted the
Lizard to talk.
lizard to talk. So I made the lizard talk. You
Yeah,
know,
that's.
so
I really enjoyed that. Actually, I thought it was kind of quite unique. You really humanized the a lizard because you know most people are quite frightened of lizard, but you
yeah,
made him a really humorous, quite likable character who
that's right.
who
And
knew
the
the kind
mother
of
would,
impact that he had.
when the grandmother saw the lizard and went mad, it would be true that would have the human side to say, look, grandma, don't be scared. Because I don't know why people are scared of lizards. Lizards do not come near you. They don't even, well, George did, but they don't trouble you. They don't bite you. They don't come, they're scared of you.
Mm.
But you
It's
said
like
that.
spiders, isn't it?
Yeah, but the spiders, if I see a spider, I'd rather leave my house, let the spider live in my house. They can have it.
Oh, so okay, so you prefer lizards then?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can take lizards. I'm not scared of spiders.
So can I ask a question? Seeing as you tested the books out on your children or your grandchildren rather, and how did they respond to audacity and tenacity?
Well, Talia, my oldest granddaughter, she loved it. she just loved it. She was like, "Oh, grandma," do you know what I mean? And then it was my daughter-in-law that said, you know, the way they feel about the girls, the giving them the confidence to
Oh,
be kind. You know what I mean? Like go out there and although you've got friends, maybe there's somebody out there who hasn't got friends.
oh, that's really lovely.
Do you know what I mean? So they really love that. And two of the younger granddaughters are too young, so they're in the baby stages. But Talia, my oldest granddaughter, she was absolutely like the she was like my editor.
Okay.
I think it needs grandma. I think because I really like her and I like her and I think this character, I think that's really nice. I really like that so she was really giving me good feedback. It was
Okay,
like
lovely.
board meeting with my grandchildren.
Really nice. I think that you got a video from Karen Allen's daughter
Yes.
reading. Which book was she reading?
Audacity and tenacity.
Ah,
She,
right.
she was reading the what audacity and tenacity means.
Oh,
So
okay.
that for young girls, it wouldn't be like, oh, what's audacity and why is she audacity and why is she tenacity? And so she was reading, Annabelle was reading it, and it was so lovely to hear her reading it and thinking, that's what audacity means, that's what tenacity means. And if you get those words young and start to understand them young, you start to walk through life knowing these words and going, I've got the audacity to dream big and I have the tenacity to make it happen.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what came to me when I was reading that to kind of instill those qualities, particularly in the times that we're living in, to kind of help kids
absolutely.
build a bit of resilience and still, dream and
To
know that they have
remind
to
them, and
work
that's
towards.
why at the beginning of the promotion we made pillowcases called Tenacity, Audacity and Tenacity, Dream Big and the Tenacity to Make It Happen, and those sold out really quickly because it's just so nice to know that they can go to bed dreaming big, and don't be scared of your dreams. You can dream big. I am from, I would say, a little black girl from Lewisham who had a dream. And I
Mm,
had the will and the ability and the support to make my dreams come true.
God is good.
All the time and all the time, God
God
is good.
is good.
If you could just get your redemption song, we're going to sing.
We touched on this earlier, but in your view, as a parent, as a grandparent, as a comedian, public figure, how important do you think it is for Black children to be able to see themselves represented in books?
Oh gosh, it's so important, and this is what we have been fighting for right across the board. Because what you see, you'll be. If you think you can do something, it's great that you can think you can do something, but when you see somebody doing it, you go, oh, so it is possible.
Mm.
So it's visually there for you to see that it's something that you can do. So I think it's really important, and we have been fighting, diversity, multicultural. We've been doing it for such a long
Yeah, we
time.
have actually, when you think about it.
Yeah, we've been fighting for it, and every time we fight for it, like say media in the mainstream, it's always after some sort of kind of revolution,
Trouble. Yeah.
trouble, kind of conflict, and everybody goes, "Oh, we better do something," because it's not naturally their go-to point to do something. So now that we've established in this company you have to have that, in this company you have to have that. They haven't got the heart to do it, but they've got the mind to do it, and we'll take that. We
Mm.
don't necessarily need your heart, but we need your mind to know that you've got to do this. And
Mm.
then what we as a community have to follow through. We have to make sure that we demand things. It's like when Black History Month is there and people go, oh, it's Black History Month every month. I think that's so lazy. We know what we've been fighting for Black History Month for at least 1 month for you to recognize us in an area, recognize who we are, give us money for that particular month. And if you don't go to the events or you don't go to the things that are being sponsored or funded, the money gets taken away. So
Mm.
it's all very well saying, "Oh, it's Black History Month every month." We know, we get that, but we are getting something for it. So go and take it. because it's not just for us, it's for our children. You know, when the
And
kids
more
are doing,
importantly,
yeah, when the kids are doing something at school, show up, turn up, and let the people know that you're not going to get rid of this money, give it to another organization.
no, it's
No.
true. It's true. Very true.
Mm.
Angie the revolutionary.
Fight the power in Jamaica.
So in terms of like the books are out. I saw a post on Facebook with you saying that it's available, I think, on Amazon. So if
Yeah.
because you're living in Jamaica, we don't know when we're going to see you again. So how can people get hold of these books for their children? Because Christmas is coming up and they would make great presents.
Yes. Well, they're available on Amazon. They're all available on Amazon. You know, and this was the always the way forward. The reason why I was doing it on my website first was because we were giving away the additional special edition, which was the actual with cushions. These are the pocketbook size, but the size that you get
Oh,
from Amazon is kind of like twice the size.
okay. Oh,
All books,
nice.
yeah. So all books are 11.99. These size we do still have these on my website, the bundle,
So
and
what, these ones are smaller, the ones that are on your
yeah.
website? Is that what you're
What I
saying?
wanted
Oh,
was a little cute. You know, like when you're got your little bag and your little
oh
cute little
Lord.
bag, and you can put in your bag and go, I've got my books. I've got my books. Do you know what I mean?
That's too funny.
So we've got a few of these left. These are so for three of these sizes, £20 on my website, or you can go to Magic Dream in Norwood High Street. Kelly's got them there as well.
Are they stocking those?
Yeah, they're stocking them there. And so as as New Year starts off, they're going to be stocked around the world actually, because we're doing Caribbean and America and Africa.
Exciting, exciting.
Yes.
What's really good about the whole thing that a lot of us are now doing self-publishing, it's like it gives the power to the writer, and there's
Yes.
so many avenues that you can push your book. So that's really exciting to hear. So
Yes.
Angie the playwright, Angie the comedian, Angie the actress, and now Angie, sorry, I'm my tongue, Angie the children's author. That's
But
really
you,
good.
and it's really good. And you know what I learned, because this was a real journey going through writing this book. And there's a special woman that I really got to give a shout out to, Jackie Raymond.
Okay,
Jackie Raymond, which is Marine Services.
that's it. Bury no, yeah, Berean.
Sorry. And I'm telling you, Jackie is so lovely. You know, she's so calming. And because there was times when I just thought, why did I do three? Why not just do one? Do you know what I mean? Because all these illustrations that I was doing, because I was drawing the illustrations,
Oh, was
and
you?
then yeah, and then going to different Fiverr. I went to Fiverr to get different. This person drew that one didn't get it right, so I had to draw this again. And so I can sketch things out in my mind first before I can
So you're a
visually
visual
tell you.
thinker.
I visualize things. So when everything came back and I felt like it was overwhelming, and I sent it to Jackie, and I said, "Is the long version too long, or is this short version too much?" And she was going, "Go for the longer version. You know, the writing is great." And she really encouraged me because I was scared to let someone read it because I just thought,
Okay.
"Why am I
She's a
going?"
lovely lady. She
She's
does look up and
amazing.
keep the faith.
I would
Very
not be
good.
going anywhere with any published book that I do without Jackie Raymond. And I really have to big her up because even if I send him an email and said, "Oh, I'm tearing my hair out or changing my wig," because
That's funny.
do you know what I mean? So she would calm me down and go, just like, "No, don't worry. This is fine. This is good. You've done well." And you just go, "Thanks, Jackie.
Everybody
Everything's
needs an
all right."
encourager when they're doing a project and stuff, and
If
a
you are
calm
doing
encourager.
if you are doing a book and you want someone to proof and guide you through your book, it is Jackie Raymond.
Yeah,
That's
she's
all.
an expert. She's a top lady. She
She
is
really
a
is.
top, no doubt about that. She does Keep the Faith mag. She does the proofreading for Keep the Faith magazine, very thorough, and she also did it for my book as well, and was really, really very, very
Because
good. You
you
know,
recommended her to me, and Charlotte Mounsey,
yeah,
she did the layout for me as well.
very
So
professional.
and my daughter True, I can't live without you. I said to her the other day,
Oh, mother and daughter.
I said,
Oh,
I said to her the other day, you are God's blessing to me.
oh,
Because,
that's
I'll
nice.
send something to her and say, "Chi, what do you think this is?" I'll send it here, darling. I'll sort it out for you. So, she'd go through the books and she'd be like, Mum, what spelling is this? I'm like, oh, leave me alone, leave me alone. And so this is why it's true. Get me frozen. I think Marcia's gone, and so she was here, she's gone now. So I just want to say thank you very much for joining us. And once again, the books are available on Amazon. They make a great present. They're 11.99 each. So that's True and George the Lizard. I love reading, just not out loud. Audacity and Tenacity. And please, if you do order one of these books, do review them for me and give me some feedback. She's back.
You're such a professional. Okay, pay for my computer. It's not working as it should.
You
Um.
thought it would have been me in Jamaica doing this, right? Oh no, Flo's got me. Flo's got me.
Anyway, before I go, I mean, you're in Jamaica. You're having
Yes.
a long break. What else are you up to? What are you doing? What's it? What have you got in the pipeline for 2024?
Well, for 2024, at the moment I'm editing the final bow because we filmed that, so that's going to be released for those that could
Oh
make
yeah,
it.
that was such a funny show. By
Yes.
the way, I came in late and Angie was very kind in letting everybody know that me and my friend had arrived late at her show. Oh my days.
But
Oh my days.
to arrive late and have to sit in the front row is a comic's dream. And when I saw it was you, I said, Lord, let me just give her because it's gonna be killing her. So I thought, let me just go a little bit with you as opposed to. But that I was having
Good
fun.
show though. It was a good show. It was a really, really
Thank
good
you. So
show.
we recorded that behind the scenes and the whole event so that you can catch that. And also Siblings, my next play, which is I filmed before I left, so that's going to be also available. So it's a play in situ, so that you can just over the holidays. Hopefully, if I get it ready for the holidays, you probably have the stand-up show for the holidays, but it probably take me a bit longer with the
Exciting.
sibling, which is harder to do, you know what I mean? So we would need any kind of support on that one. So I'm going to be coming out for sponsorship. So Master, I'll be going to your bank to say,
Okay. Is that a prophecy that I'm going to be a banker? Oh,
okay.
I receive it. I receive it. I receive it.
So there's that, and then we've got Take Me Back. Take Me Back. They do want it in Jamaica.
Oh, wonderful.
So what I'm looking at, there's two ways of doing it. One might be the screen version of it, which is because I filmed the West End show. So we might do that in all the churches, because quite a few of the churches now have got the screens and that. So we might broadcast it. If I do have the time to be able to mount a show over here, I would do that. As you know, I'm looking after my mum. So it's kind of like my time isn't there for that. And then next year, we've got a lot of interest from these books to go on the international tours and hopefully get the books out there. So it's busy time, and I got a new book coming out called Next Level Behavior that'll be available probably about summertime. That'll
Oh, what's
be
that about?
It's just next level behavior, different things that I've learned through life, and some of the things are the way we behaved ourselves into. and how we've got to behave our way out to get to the next level. Because
Okay.
for some people, we're going round and round and round and round and don't realize you got to go to the next level, but you got to step out of this behavior. You got to cut away a lot of things. You know, when they say things I used to do, I do them no more. I cannot do it no more. If I
Mm.
do, I stay on this level. You know, if I got to break away from this to do that, you've got to step out in faith and move forward. And and what you've been told growing up, what you've been told on different levels. You know, everybody wants to be the this and the this and the that. And you sometimes you've got to go into that quiet place and go, what is it I've got to do? I've got to, you know, get fit, lose weight, eat well, get my body strong as I'm going to the latter side of my years. I can't be eating those foods, and I've got to go to the next level now to get there. And I've got a certain window of opportunity, because that's what we've got, a window of opportunity here, that we do this at this age and we do that at that age. But we're at a great age now. I'm 58 now, and it's like, you can't tell me nothing. You
Yeah,
know,
it's a good. I'm enjoying being in my 50s. It's a great decade. Really,
it's
really good
fantastic. And
decade.
I'm looking forward to 60. I'm looking forward to 70. I'm just glad to be alive, you know, and give thanks and praise to God that I am here, looking after my mum in her home in Jamaica, and not fussed, you know, not worried. I'm not
You
worried.
got your sunglasses, haven't you?
Yeah.
You're too cool. You're too cool for school, as they say.
What school? I got kicked out.